Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Hope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it. I felt
Keeping it a buck.
Let me close these curtains real quick.
You heard. Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, first and foremost, appreciate everybody that reached out. You know what I'm saying? Had a loss in the family. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? It's part of life, but man, you know what I'm saying? Just quick words. RP to Unc, man. Man helped paint my house. All my experiences with you were amazing. The way your daughter loved you, man, towards the end was incredible. You know what I'm saying? She's a dope person. She's family, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's part of, it's always part of life. But yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Thank you, Unc. May you rest in peace, man. But yeah, there's no easy way to segue from that, man. But yeah, man, a lot of Canes news. I know my guys cooked up yesterday. I popped in real quick, saw a lot. The fact that it was like, I think at one point it was like 368 people watching was dope, man. We're trying to do something different, a little bit special for y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. But I had to get on here, man. I'm about to be out for the rest of the week, you know what I'm saying, on some work shit. So gotta give y'all my thoughts. You know, a lot of things happen, man. A lot of things happen. I was hyped for yesterday. Then, you know, you get humbled and you remember there's things bigger than football, you know, and you gotta be gracious in that. It was always, I was never gonna do the show yesterday. It was just about, you know, sharing that with my brothers and letting them know, you know what I'm saying, what it was. But yeah, man. Like I said, look, damn, it's kind of reminiscent, man. Like, this dude really helped me pay my house, man. Like, my first introduction to him, I'm saying, was him paying my house. They came over with my cousin 4 straight days, man. We saved a ton of money, and he was, you know what I'm saying, he had painted a house for like 40 years, and he helped us do it. It's crazy, man. And like, and then getting to spend time with the family yesterday was the priority. You know, had to be there with wifey, Mrs. Boondocks, if you would. You know, had to be there with the rest of the family. We went out to eat. You know, just kind of talked about it towards the end, and it was just crazy, man. You know, nothing's ever promised. But yeah, all right, let's get it. Take a drink of water, and let's talk about these Canes. All right, man. Look, my guys already went over the stats and everything, and they talked about it. We'll start with the DC hire. Talked about Mesi, not Mesi. 2 different guys. If you know, you know. Talk about Mesi coming back, and then talk about Carson Beck at the end. All right, man. Look, I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. I watched the show last night when we got back home, and I found myself agreeing a lot with my guy CB, man. I'm not on the fence. Like, it's 1 year, right, with Coach Hetherman. Look, I saw the press conference. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. For the extent of my life since Al Golden won the press conference, I've that, you know what I'm saying, with that whole, like, when he was asked, "Oh, why Miami?" and he goes, "Are you kidding me?" I was like, okay, a coach is just gonna say whatever they want to say, and it's unfair because not everybody's different. I get that, but this is my perspective. This is just what it is, right? A press conference is just coach speak, right? Like, there's nothing that's going to be said in there. He's not going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? He's not going to go into the intricacies of how he teaches and all those stuff, because no coach ever gives that away. And it is incredibly difficult for a guy that I didn't know 5 days ago that even existed. Only thing I knew about Minnesota was one guy. If you know, you know. Ain't going to say it, ain't going to put his business out there, because I'm still hoping he becomes part of this staff. I'm just putting that out there. One of the dopest people I ever met in my life. If you ever go back to like episode 7 of the pod, when he came on live, because Joey like had him as a surprise, I geeked out because he was the Kane's content creator. I'm gonna give it away terribly without saying the name. He was a Kane's content creator that would break down stuff on the whiteboard. Did the Ray Lewis dance with Coach Cristobal, got hired, and I was blessed enough to be part of his final live that he gave an amazing speech about Coach Hayes and everybody else, man. So I'm trying to manifest that for you, my brother. I really truly am, because I remember the last conversation that we had on that show, and I remember what you said, and man, the possibilities are there for you to be here. That would be so crazy. Yes, sir. Yes, Jesus. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna put it up here, bro. I'm gonna leave it in the chat, and y'all manifest it for him. You know what I'm saying? So, look, I didn't know anything about him. I did the same research y'all did. Shout out to King's Chief, dropped all the stats. Joey read them last night on the show. I'm gonna wait and see, and I'm on a very ridiculous wait and see, and I'm saying that in January. I have the right to change my mind once I see something and when the season starts. I'm not gonna get hyped in spring. I'm not gonna get hyped in the fall. What I read from sports writers or podcast, I'm not gonna get hyped off none of that ish. I'm trying not to curse off none of that. I'm going to I'm like 8 weeks into the season. 8 weeks in. Like, I'm not going to. I need to see consistency, because let's go back. Game 1 at the Swamp. Defense was legit, right? The best our defense looked, and it just went off a cliff. It just went right. Got worse every day, every practice. I'm just assuming every practice, every game, it was worse and worse and worse. So if he's a teacher, he's taught at every position. We're gonna see what that looks like. We're gonna see. We're gonna know. Very much like, I've tapped in and out of the college football playoffs because Hurricanes in it, don't really care about any other team. So I've tapped in, and just seeing the defenses that don't freak out when there's motion made me mad. So I couldn't keep watching it. Watching Minnesota highlight tapes when they played Penn State, they played Virginia Tech as a common opponent, not the same bowl game. There was a couple players out. But when you see that they don't freak out on the defensive side when there is motion, made me mad again. And I was like, okay, these young players are taught well. A couple freshmen in there. I know Coy Parrish. That's his hometown, so let's move on from that. When you see them not freak out and give one hand signal and everybody knew what to do, it made like a single tear came down my right eye. I'd be like, yo, they can communicate without freaking the fuck out. This is crazy. This is I didn't know this concept. Like, I live very much so one season at a time. Thank God for this podcast, because I used to carry shit over, right? So I'm still through the frame of reference of last season, how bad we looked. If that defense can just look competent and improve on that, it's a step above what I expected. But, fam, we can't act like he has 1 year of DC experience. And look, that's not a knock. He might be the next guy. He might be that. But that's hope for me. And I wanted security. Listen, this is me. I don't talk to anybody on staff. I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. I step away from it, and my guys keep me away from it when they're in group chats and they have information, because I want to give you the real, raw, authentic, fan-sided perspective, where I'm not giving you some, like, I know some shit. Even if I do know some shit, I will never carry that over into my perspective. You get what I'm saying? Like, I want to give you the fan's voice of, like, sometimes an irrational ass take that might be completely and 100% wrong, but I'm not gonna Kane glaze this dude because he's a Kane now. Do I want him to succeed? I want every player that ever commits and every coach that ever coaches here to succeed at the highest level and then move on to be great head coach. I want nothing but success for every single person that wears this shit. 100%. Right now, I don't know, and to be like, is unrealistic. Like, you don't know, like, oh, I did a deep dive. Cool, fam. But I've seen too many head coaches and DCs come here that are proven, not head coaches, because Mara is actually the only proven head coach we've had besides Mark Richt. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's doing well with Parkinson's and all that. Like, the only head coach with experience that we've had in the last 20 years was Mark Richt besides Coach Cristobal. We don't ever talk about that shit. Like, oh, everybody failed, because every time we hired the up-and-coming guy, and like the motherfucker with like binders full of all this. I'm going through I'm just processing right now. I probably should be like in therapy for this shit. But yeah, man, I'm going to wait and see till like week 8 or 9, man. Like it's not even for the schedule, just to see the defense how it improves, because it needs to be better every week, because every week they're more and more and they're getting more and more of those repetitions, right? I'm not gonna get hyped up over it because he said, I think Rose said, like, has any DC Roman from Orange Bowl Boy said, does any DC ever go, yeah, we're just gonna, you know what I'm saying, like, what was it, bend, don't break? Everybody says fast and aggressive. That's like coach speak. That's 100% what everybody said. Oh, we're like every offensive coordinator, we're gonna throw the ball deep. No, man, you're gonna take what the defense gives you and you're gonna work off that. And on the defensive side, you're gonna hopefully tackle, you know what I'm saying, swarm to the ball, tackle well, and know your angles, like, and know your assignments. Like, this isn't rocket science, man. Then we can't even get like the fundamentals right. Like, we can't get lined up right when we're like, just, I don't know, bro. I'm waiting to see, fam. I just am, and I'm not going to change that because of a press conference, because of the stages he's taken. I don't care. I don't care about anything that he's done before. The experience is cool. I get it. But for some reason, when people come here, one thing or the other doesn't work. And now we just need to just take a wait and see approach. Hope and pray for his success. And we could be better for it. But I'm not going to sit here and be like, I know he's going to do good. Also, I don't know if my guys touched on it. And I see first of all, 76 people in the chat right now. Appreciate y'all. This isn't our usual day, usually Sundays and Wednesdays. 6 o'clock. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. But I'm gonna be out Wednesday. I'll be back on Sunday most likely. But look, man, he has taught at every position. Yeah. It's a little bit of that. It's a little bit of that. Also, like, I'm gonna wait and see, because I've been hyped up though too, Spo. Like, I've been hyped up, or like thinking, yo, this is the next guy. Man, 3 years ago when we hired the like Avenger staff, I was fucking been going crazy. I was like, yo, we got all these guys with like 175,000 years of experience. None of it worked. So maybe the trick is to get the guy with 1 year of experience and it works. Who knows? Who knows? But I want to ask a question to y'all. This is something that I hadn't even brought up in the You Heard chat. With him teaching at every position and starting on the offensive side as a quarterback, with him teaching at every position, just going to get the negatives out the way, right? With him teaching at every position, is that going to be because of the way he teaches? Is he going to, and this is just me asking, is he going to ask his coaches to teach the way he teaches, or he's going to let them teach the players the way they want to teach them? And then there might be a disconnect, because he's taught, you go down on, he's taught defensive backs, linebackers, pretty much every position on the defensive side, I think, except D-line, right? So with that, where does it become a conflict, right? Because if you're the DC, you're the man in charge, how is that going to be communicated to your coaches, right? Because you guys will also have to teach the coaches your defense and what you want. According to him, they're going to keep it simple, play fast, play loose. Okay. But you still want things to be taught your way if you're the man in charge, right? Like, I'm assuming that. Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong on that? I don't know, bro. So we'll see. All right, all that out of the way. We actually really like the hire. Frozen. I'm super frozen. My computer about to crash, bro. Oh, we're back. We're back. Okay. I don't know what happened there, guys. Completely froze. Went into the matrix heavy. Y'all let me know. Yeah, Jesus says we got to see who else is hired on the staff. Looks like a defensive back coach will be hired on staff. If Coach Jackson goes on to Wake Forest, I don't know if that's official yet. Said Benny, it couldn't be worse than Good June 24. It couldn't. Juan Manuel, you're right. It couldn't be worse. If the guys just communicate on the defense side of the ball, that's already better. That's already 100% better. Well, he's gonna let the coaches coach. He needs to bring in his guys. We shall see, Spee. We shall see, bro. Like, we really don't know. Like, there's moves still being made. I did like that it did the press conference just today for the introduction of Coach Hetherman. You know You know what I mean? Getting to know him right away instead of having to wait for spring and that whole nine. Get him out there, get his voice out there immediately. Young guy, up and coming, all those things, just not the things before the hire that we wanted. And just like CB said last night, we're not going to then change it because it, you know what I'm saying, a Kane hire. We're going to keep it with that. I wanted a guy with head coaching experience, years of experience, somebody that can run that room with no questions. And hopefully Coach Hetherman is the guy. But right now, it's up in the air for me. It's up in the air. It's 100% wait and see. Let's see. Reggae historian says he has to let the position coaches do their thing with his input. Let it all play out. 100%. 100%. But those comments, like, the thing is, what's funny about this, right? This has probably been happening for a while. So they've all had conversations. Everybody gelled. Everybody's communicated. And it wasn't just like, for us, it was like, oh, we heard the rumblings on Thursday or Wednesday, and then the next day, you know what I'm saying, ship hopped off. That's just probably been, that plane's probably been landing for over a month, right? Like probably over 2 weeks. Like conversations have been had. You guys know this is one thing. Coach Cristobal is going to be thorough. He is not going to just be, all right, man, cool. We met. I appreciate the way you shake my hand, and then I'm gonna hire you. That's not how that works. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get some water, fam. Talking 20 minutes nonstop is no joke. I mean, I appreciate y'all jumping in the chat with me. Finishing top 10 in the NCAA is good. Remember that it's Big Ten players, not Kane's level players. The recruiting at that level wasn't as high, and Coach Cristobal is going to bring a higher level of talent. The teaching is it for me, man. The teaching, and he could teach at every position, right? That is kind of dope. Like he can help if one of his coaches has questions for whatever reason, he could help him because he taught those positions. See what Ian Coleman has to say. Agreed, man. But we don't know the position coach is going to be. No, we don't know. We have no idea. But I'm saying, like, I could only react to the information I'm given today, and when those other position coaches are brought in or some other step away, we'll react to it then. I'm going off what the roster and the staff looks like as of right now at 7:12 p.m. You know what I'm saying, on a Monday. Derek Jimenez says Mario knows how important these hires are. Let him cook. Fam, everybody gonna cook, but I'm gonna talk about the recipes. You know what I mean? Like I let everybody cook, but hey, listen, this is how we react. We got a shirt right now on the website, youheardpodcast.com called Let Them Cook. 100% believe in that mantra. But I'm gonna be like, hey man, what restaurant we going to? You know what I mean? I'm gonna have some questions along the way. That's all. That's it. That's all it took, Hoodie. He sold me when he said he wants to play fast and aggressive. That was it. He didn't need to say nothing else. He could have just wore a shirt that said that. And he goes, you see it, and walked off. And he won the press conference. That's, you know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? Penn State DC went to Clemson. Penn State was going to hire him. Yeah. Those are the rumors. Those are the rumors. Because he did have a hell of a game against Penn State. Look, he played better competition than we did last year. That's the crazy thing. Like, he did do that. The games they won, Joe said it last night, they allowed like 11 points a game. Bananas. And the games they lost, they only gave up like 20. And you know what I would have given to see the defense hold somebody under 30 points? Just what? I mean, nothing that I really wouldn't give anything personal to mine. I'd probably give y'all like an old shirt, you know what I mean? Like to see the defense just communicate on the defensive side of the ball would have been good with it. But, you know, such is life. C'est la vie, as they say. And, you know, we can't go back. They've moved on. So after this cathartic podcast of mine, because I wasn't able to talk about it yesterday, I will move on and take a different approach. Now, I cannot say enough how big it is to have Mesidor back. There's no segue. It's just going right in. To have Mesi back, man, on the defensive side of the ball. I want to take a different perspective if y'all don't want to take this ride with me. I love having him back. He's going to play defensive end along with Ruben Bain on the other side. That means I'm hoping the rotation of the younger guys is going to be higher. We have some monsters that we need, that alleged monsters, because we haven't seen them in a year or two. Young bucks that Coach Cristobal has recruited. How many snaps are they going to get in this defense? Is the defense going to be senior based You know what I mean? Like, you're going to let the young guys come in and improve. You're going to have Saquon starting. Mesi coming back is a leader on that side of the ball, 100%. Can't discount it. That was his third or fourth year in the system with the Canes, the Mario system. The rest of it has changed since he's been here. But yeah, man, like, it's so dope, yo. Like, I'm not gonna go into like what his NFL grade would have been and all that shit. This is their personal choice. He decided to come back. He wants to rock with the Canes another year. Can't hate on that at all whatsoever. Another year possibly under JT could be real dope. But Mesidor coming back is absolutely fire, bro. Real big fan of Mesi. Played out of position last year. Fucking hated that. Like, so many players play out of position. Like, you know where they're best. I'm like, you know what? I think I know better. Sometimes it bothers me. Let's see. Blaine Boy says, do you think Blaine Boy, I didn't even see the whole question. I just popped it up, and I kind of regret it now. Do you think Bain should play on the inside, down on the outside, let some of these young guns? Yes, bro. I 100% think that that Ruben Bain should situationally work his way on the inside. I think is, for me, right, just size-wise and just looking at it very much so y'all know, I'm not the X's and O's guy on the show. Just I go by, you know what I'm saying, by quick eyes and shit. I think could succeed he could destroy guards. He could absolutely blow up guards when he gets on the inside. I would love to see it just sometimes, like, just slowly get him, you know, I don't know, 10, 15 snaps. You know what I mean? Like, if the defense has to be on the field that long, maybe 7 to 15, 10 to 15 snaps on that side of the ball, and the defensive tackle, just to see it again. Now, he was asked to do a bunch of fucking stunts and gave up a bunch of rushes on that side because he was asked to crash inside and nobody's on the backside, whatever. From all accounts, he hated the way he was played. But I would just look, for me, man, like, this is not what I think the coaches should do or anything like that. Let me be completely clear. For me, I would love to see him rotated on the inside. Have some speed rush guys, Booker Pickett's, I'm saying, what is it, Elias Rudolph's, the Marquise Lightfoot, the dude was fighting on the sideline. I love that shit. Fight, dog. Like, whatever they was fighting about, shows, I'm cool with that. I don't care if anybody was gonna mess with that. Yeah, man. But I think he should be rotated. I don't think he should start. That's, you know what I'm saying. I think you still give him. It's Ruben Bain, bro. Like, you let him kind of choose that in a sense. But you be like, yo, man, look, I think at the next level, this is where you're gonna project to. Have those conversations and put him on the inside. That's just my feeling. I could be wrong. I'm completely open to that. Let's see what we got here. Appreciate the question, Blaine. Let's see. Hoodie Davis back in the book. Yeah, because after watching last year, seeing players out of position just looking slow, he saw me with that. It depends on the teaching, right? Like, if it says they're gonna if we're gonna go with the press conference, just going off that reaction, Hood, I would go with what I like that he goes, I'm gonna keep it simple. Right? Like, it just seemed like it was way too much shit. Like, that's why we were so confused on that side, which is why we played so slow. Shout out to Big Mac, man. Y'all make sure to support his show. You know what I'm saying? With the 3 M's, right? 3 M's, Mike, Max, and Big Mac. You know what I'm saying? It's great. They do great work over there, man. Shout out to the people. Nassau in the building. The U have Vikings for a defensive. Man, he does look like a Viking. He 100% looks like a Viking. There's no doubt. That beard is legit. He looks like a dude that dips too. Y'all want to fuck around? Like, he got that little piece of dip in his mouth. Like, all right. Oh, y'all want to fuck up ankles on my defense? Okay, run these sprints real quick. Ruben Bain Wayne side is gonna have him naturally inside. Look, it's a conversation that I would love for them to have. Is all. Ian Coleman, if I could send you the screenshot, which I'm not, that I sent CB this when I first started watching Minnesota's defense. I watched like 3 or 4 games. Just watching the defense side of the ball. I didn't care what they did on offense. And their weak side linebacker, their nickel, their star, whatever position, whatever the shit that is, whatever he calls it, seemed to be that type of body type. I would love to see that. I'd love to see Damari Brown so in that kind of position, in that nickel-ish position. I think Bobby Pruitt is a fucking monster, bro. Cameron Bobby Pruitt. That's what I will clap, but it will sound bad on audio, so I'm not going to clap. Cameron Bobby Port could eat in this defense, dog. Could eat in this defense. His speed, like when he was on the field, you saw the difference. You saw him flying around. He looked like he knew what he was doing and knew what the defense was called, is how I say that. Cali Kenny says, I love how he explained and discussed how he wants everyone on defense to be able to teach his scheme to each other. That is huge. 100. Everybody needs to understand it. From the first man to the last man. It can't be no confusion, yo. Like, it can't be one guy runs in motion and the whole defense goes, oh my God, I've never seen this before. It can't be, like, it just can't be that. First man to the last man. Everybody needs to have that fucking PowerPoint video description, everything down, watching it every single day. Everybody on defense that watched and played last year should be fucking embarrassed and angry because they know they were put in either positions to lose or how they performed. They shouldn't approach it any other way. They shouldn't be like, oh, well, that was last year. No, fam. We watched y'all and you watched y'all perform that way. Be mad about that shit. Shut us up. Shut me the fuck up. I don't want to rant about this stuff. I want to be like, yo, did you see the fact that Amon Moten almost killed a dude on you know what I'm saying, on a tackle? Because that wasn't targeting against Georgia Tech. You see the fact that Ruben Bain had 3.5 sacks in the first half and absolutely ended the game, and they had the double team and the edges. I want that type of shit. I don't want to be on here talking about like, oh man, I don't know. I guess this is what. No, I don't want to do any of that. I want to be completely and 100% positive. I definitely do. But then you're going to laugh, Lightfoot and Barrett. We're front. Listen, wasn't even that cold. They were let them fight, fam. Let them fight. I don't care. They gotta be mad the way that defense was performing. They probably mad walking off the field. The Cali King says all you need to know is our new DC is he taught history, right? That's one of his things. He taught history. Cali, here's the question though. He's a teacher at other levels and did other people program and has taught every position on the defensive side. I give you all of it. And all those positions have improved. I know it sounds fucked up, bro, and I apologize. I don't care. Like, I need to see it here. For me, again, that's my, like, it's not how other people see it and all the, for me, I need to see the development from year 1 to year 2 here. I've just not seen it for so long that I don't know if anybody can change that. If he changes that, give it to you. Give it to y'all. But I remember Joe Jackson's freshman year. I remember Rousseau's freshman year. And then that next year, not the same. You know what I mean? Like, and in different situations, different players, different coordinators, all that shit. I get it. But I'm saying I've seen that trend too often. And it might be fucked up way to see it, but it's the way I see it. These are my eyes. This is the life. These are the shoes. You know what I'm saying? These are the feet that I walked in. Hoodie. Yep, I'm solo dolo. I'm out for the rest of the week. So had to give y'all my thoughts on you know what I'm saying, on the show, on everything going on, because a lot happened. Yo, a lot happened. A lot happened. Xavier, yes. Listen, the name could be said all throughout the chat. Motherfucker, I'm frozen. Okay, we're back. Yo, sometimes my internet just be trash, and I apologize for the time that my internet just went off a mother cliff. I apologize for that. It's embarrassing. Am I good now? Because I was frozen to me. To me, I was not moving at all. So I wasn't going to keep talking, and then you all were hearing like, Reggae Historian says, eye discipline was off on D. Could not cover anything, Reggae. Could not cover anything. The moment anything went in motion, it was absolutely 100% dead. It was it. That was it. That's all it was so bad, bro. And they got to be mad about it. They got to be mad. Let's see. Wes says, not frozen. Fam, I was like, I swear to God, I was stuck like this. Like, and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, first of all, that's terrible audio. I apologize for the people who listen to the podcast. All right, man. So let's see. So Kelly Kane says, listen, him being a teacher is different in terms of how he develops. Everyone is different. Not everyone learns at the same skill level, and seems he adapts to teaching his players. We'll see. We will see. I hope, listen, from your positive thumbs to God's ears, my brother, and as I voiced it for you, I 100% hope you're right. And me and the guys were having a debate in the chat about it. I was like, look, wait and see. Like, I don't know, he sold me on this. That to me, we'll see. Vamos a ver. You know what I'm saying? Vamos a ver for those Spanish speaking listeners of the show. Let's see. Jesus says, "What's up?" But I agree, we got to see on the field a year or two. Let me ask y'all. So if we take the wait and see approach, and y'all leave the comment in the chat, you know what I'm saying, if you're part of the rewatch squad, all that, or also make sure you listen to us wherever you get your podcast. As you see show you right here, we're available everywhere you get your podcast. I think we're even on YouTube podcast now too. But yeah, so on the wait and see approach, how long or what do you need to see to know it's different? Because I haven't, like that. I'm asking y'all the question. I haven't even decided what that is yet. Actually, yeah, I did. The defense not looking lost when the offense runs in motion. What do you guys need to see to understand that it's getting better? Right, with the talent that we have, because we've documented the talent over and over. The most talented, most blue chip ratio, all that shit in the ACC, top 10 in the country, all that shit. Right, like that's we've talked about that. Don't want to touch on that again, even though I just talked about it. Where y'all at? Like, what's your metric for as a fan, right? Like, because look, we're all fans in this shit, right? Like, we're not decision makers in the building. We talk about this as fans. When you know, okay, this is getting better, let me know. Super says when a wheel rider slant is covered. Oh, fam, when a wheel route is covered, you know what's fucked up about this? Kiko had the wheel route covered a bunch of times, but then he didn't get subbed out and just ran 60 yards on the field to come right back to try to fucking cover something else. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Am says I need to see downhill attacking with no missed tackles. Whew. Okay. I'm putting this all out there, my people. I'm putting this all out there to manifest it, man. You know what I mean? Henry Stevens says consecutive 4-and-outs. Oh, could you imagine? Or could you imagine just, fam, like, we play big time opponents this year from big time conferences, kick it off with possibly the national champion and the national runner-up. Not going to say their name. And we get it right away. Imagine shutting them out. Imagine shutting them out game one. Imagine how that would feel. Yo. That's game one. And you know what? After that, I'm still going to need to see it. Because I want that to improve. Like, I don't want week one to be your best game. You're going to be the most prepared for it, and you're going to be the healthiest. I want every week after that to be like, now we can I want you to be unhappy after that. I want you to be like, yo, you see what you did? I don't give the moment that clock strikes 0, I don't care about that at all. Yes, we'll talk about it on Sunday, and I'll be hyped about it, but I want you to not care about it. You that suits up and goes to practice, I want you to be like, yo, we're going to get better because we're mad about how we performed last year. Let's go. Okay, so when I said he told me I was talking about the hire, but I agree. Need to say on no 100%. The hire, Coach Cristobal was thorough. I'm not going to question his hire when he does it. After the fact, you have new information, and you'll be like, yo, what happened? You know what I mean? That's all it is. Does the new DC teach geometry? I hope he got his protractors. Shout out to my brother Pope. I hope those protractors are fucking embroidered with the U all over it. Just all over. Mike G says the new DC looks like he's going to have the defense standing on nationwide business for the 25 season. Look, there is that part where there's other people like me questioning the hire, right? Like, where they're saying just a 1-year experience. I know Joe, saying things like that, and it probably gets to him, and he's like, oh, okay, I think it's some games. I think it's some bullshit. I think, okay, I'm gonna show y'all. And the defense feels like that. Super Sus is a linebacker knocking a muffle out like they used to. When was the last time we had a linebacker that brought fear to Denzel Perryman? Yeah, fam, it's been that long. I think Popo can. I think Popo can do some things in that middle spot again, but we'll see. Also, I don't want to see entitled spots. Like, I get years of experience and all that shit, but I want every position to be up for grabs. Like, if throwing a name out there, if Cole McConaughey beats out Mesi, not saying that it is, I'm just brainstorming here, guys. You know what I'm saying? Cook with me for a second. I want him to get that spot. Still rotate the other guys in, but I want the best guys, regardless of age, year, all that shit. Position, and with transfer, recruit, I want the best guys to play. If those guys make a mistake, bring the next guy in, and I want them to elevate it. I don't want to see a drop off. I want the best guys to play regardless, yo. If Booker Pickett is killing Markel Bell in practice off the fucking bend, play him more. Don't just let everybody be in the crock pot simmering, yo. Like, let these young boys cook, because now we're getting into a season where it's a bunch of Coach Crystal Ball's recruits, right? And how much do we know about them? Y'all want to talk? We got a whole bunch. Was it our top 6 pass catchers? Our top 6 receivers are gone. What y'all know about the rest of them? Who's our slot? We have talent there, right? We have the guys recruited and all that stuff, 100%. But Quanto Sabe, how much do we know? How much data do we have? How much tape can we go to? We have hope and aspirations on that side. Whatever. Yeah, shout out to the protractors. Shout out to the protractors. Yeah, man, just the best players, dog. The best players at all times, man. Like, I don't want to see. First of all, Sterling, it's the same hat. Okay, I'm tired of this shit. You're my guy, though. It's the same hat. I got the same 7, 8 hats. There's one that I can't wear anymore because of the snapback. But I'm just roasting myself at this point. Listen, you know what I'm saying? The script M. It's a baseball one. You know what I'm saying? With the U. Sterling always be noticing that shit. Yes, man, I got hats that fit, fam. I'm very excited and happy about that. You know what I mean? All right. Best players in the position, 100%. Hoodie and chat, let me know. I saw him on campus when people were moving in. Is he on campus already? Or because American Heritage not let him go early? That would be a question for me. But I saw him on campus, right? Like, he was there. I don't know if he was just there trying to figure out what's going on, you know what I'm saying, but there for the moment, or if he was moving in. Because if he's there, listen, I can see him being a slot, yo. I saw him on campus, though. Like, that's what I thought American Heritage didn't let people enroll early. That could be just one of those things that, like, I heard, and I just kind of, from somebody who's a professional, and just kind of took it as gospel. So I'm not 100% sure on that. All right, Juan Manuel, ¿qué tú dices, papo? Benny, Wiley Hayden Low, make some noise this spring, 6'5", 250. Yo, Wiley, I think Wiley has a good chance. Remember, the linebacker room is solid, man. The linebacker room is very, very solid. I think he's going to be battling, if anything, I think he could be battling with Bobby Pruitt. Maybe, I don't know. I think Wiley has a really good chance to make some noise. But it's early. We'll see how he picks up the defense in spring. All right, what we hear and what gets reported, what's out there. All right, Denzel got hurt yesterday. That sucks. Hope he's good. All right, Hurley and Rowley. I think he has a really good chance to get on the field early, man. The thing is, if you believe in the guys you recruited at that position, how often are you going to stage them away? Are you going to just put them away, put them on the shelf, let them collect dust? We need to know, because that's the development in the recruitment. We need to know if everybody you brought in, or most of the guys you brought in, can hit. I want to see JoJo, Chance, Nikar. I want to see those guys, and we're going to see them in the spring, hopefully along with Luke. It's Tony. Yes, I think he's an early enrollee from what Hoodie Girl says. I saw him walking on campus, and I'm hoping he's there. Yeah, Malachi Tony in the slide, 100%. I think Fitzgerald is the only one that's not an enrollee. I think it was like 19 of the 21. So there's like 2. Yeah, Bryce Fitzgerald, Columbus, right? So I think there's 2 guys that aren't gonna be early. It was 19 of the 21. Shout out to X, not Twitter, because I don't call it that shit. Shout out to our guy X, man. Guys don't always love. All right. Quarterback, before I get up out of here. I hate that he's hurt. I hate that he's recovering from an injury. Not too well versed, and I'm not an online doctor about the UCL injury and what the recovery is, but hopefully he's good by spring. Not necessarily to practice, but at least gets the PT going, and he's good. I'm not going to get into, my guys talked about it yesterday, and they talked about it for an extended period of time, so I'm not going to redo the show that we already did. But yeah, I like the experience. Went back and watched some Georgia tape, saw the games against Alabama, things like that. Not all great, not all bad, but highest level of competition, smaller margin for error, right? Turnovers going up is bad. You factor in all the other things, all-world tight end, you know what I'm saying, a first-round linebacker, a first-round wide receiver, all those things are a factor, but would have hated to have those as an excuse, because that time you need to step up and find other guys, but you can't make receivers catch the ball, led the country in drops, which is crazy at Georgia. Fucking crazy. And they couldn't run the ball. The games that I saw, they just couldn't run the ball effectively. Soup, I've for a long time till I had to like almost do like that looking yourself in the mirror meme. Like, yo, get over the fact that it's not gonna be Cam. Nobody was gonna be Cam this year. So grading it on that scale, and most of us have never witnessed a Cam wearing a Kings jersey, like a version of that. We'd never seen it. Like, it's the best quarterback most of us have ever seen since we were able to formulate memories and shit. So if he's solid enough and the defense is better, 10 or 11 wins, right? Like, the talent is there. I'm not gonna go out like everybody says 10 wins. I need to see what that defense is so important, because you see it, right? Like, you see these mid-ass quarterbacks that are in the national championship and in the playoffs. None of them were what we had in one. Not a single one of them. They're all game managers at the very best. At the very best. And I'm not saying we need to like reel back our expectations of what we expect of Carson Beck, but it doesn't need to be phenomenal. And like CB said it, man, 3,600 yards, 36 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions is really doable. Cade Klubnik isn't Carson Beck. Let's keep it a buck. We gotta see. The leadership stuff that Callie brings up. The leadership stuff is, I don't know. I don't know what he was like. I don't do deep dives into other teams, bro, because I 100% don't care about them. You know what I mean? Like, I just no me la gana. Not like it's not a thing that I do. But I gotta see how Beck leads his team, especially making the most on the team. His leadership is in question, in my opinion. But let's see how he is. We'll see. But also, like, what Cam had was really effective in when he came in January. He called all his guys in, and they got practice in right away. Routes, pass, hanging out, all that stuff. Those were the qualities that made the difference in the chemistry on the offensive side of the ball. You're not going to have that with Carson Beck, because he might not throw till March, maybe April. Who knows, man? Like, we got to hope everything goes smoothly. It's too many things. Everything needs to be checked. Again, me freaking out as a fan, also realizing that we own a fucking hospital and a health system in South Florida. I think we'll be okay, and they'll get the right people to help him at every step of the way. But as of right now, he still has that big-ass cast on with the sleeve, and he has to get back throwing the ball, get his arm right, all those things. Big-time arm, all that. So I didn't want to redo the show that my guys did yesterday, but I did want to come on here and chop it up with y'all for a minute. Appreciate y'all so much. Let's see what Jay Singh says. Shout out to Jay Singh, one of the OGs, man. Always in the chat early. Spring solidifies our number 2, and I'm happy about that. But Beck's coming through with wide receivers prior to National Day cannot be overlooked. Absolutely, man. Those summer workouts better be bananas, dog. I'm talking 3-a-days, and they go out to eat together, and I'm saying go watch Captain America, New World, whatever the fuck that shit's called. Like, all that stuff, that needs to be expedited, because that chemistry that Cam had with his receivers was made in the offseason. Cam sitting back there having 17 seconds to throw, Michael Jackson moonwalking, was incredibly important to the entirety of the. And look, man, the trenches are going to be the trenches, though. Mario's going to have Coach Cristobal. I know the man personally, so I'm not going to call him by his first name. Coach Cristobal 100% has the offensive line in the right direction. It's the best offensive line year over year that we've had in a very long time. So Carson's going to have the time. What he does with it, we'll find out. But the offseason is so crucial for this team and for Carson Beck to get the chemistry with his guys. And I'm saying that as a motherfucker that lives in Central Florida, very far away from the team. I'm sure they're doing their thing, going out. You can still hang out, get to know each other, get the vibe out, and cool out. So we'll see, man. Hey, I'm about here. I'm about to go watch Lioness with wifey, Mrs. Boondocks, you know what I'm saying, and kick back. Appreciate y'all so much for rocking with me, man. I'll see you guys back on Sunday. The regular show will be back on Wednesday with Joey, and I'm sure he'll have a guest or somebody. He'll cook up. I'll let him, let him do what he do. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Benny Boondocks out. Catch y'all Sunday. Peace.